It was a great atmosphere, homecoming weekend. I was really glad that we had a great crowd. The alumni came back. We really appreciate that. We wish we could have given them a win, but I do think we gave them a good game to watch and a product that they will keep coming back to watch and watch grow. Played a really good Austin P team, very well coached, and they've upgraded at a couple different positions just in the last year and a half, and they've got some very good athletes on the field, offensively, defensively, kick returners. They've done a really nice job. So we got to get back to the drawing board, but we have to get back to work, pick ourselves up, and have a great week of practice, great week of our process, great week of our preparation, and get ready for a Murray State team that is a lot like us, played a very tough non-conference schedule, and have really, they've not been playing terrible. They just haven't been able to win the games that they could have won, and so they're extremely well coached as well. Mitch and Coach Boone, the defense coordinator, I know them really well, and it'll be fun to get to compete against them. But we got a real challenge this week to pick ourselves up and get ready to go to Murray, Kentucky, and compete in the game.
Questions?
Phil, one thing I noticed about their offense is that they have a little bit of deficiency in the run game. Does that mean that you guys, focus more on not letting big play go over your head in the passing game, or is it just business as usual?
They have a system. They want to run the ball, but they're going to throw it more than they run it. They spread you out. They play with tempo. They use formations. Formations in the boundary. Throw some screens. So their run game a lot of times is throwing a bubble screen, throwing a smoke screen out into the boundary and trying to outnumber you. And then when they do run it, you're trying to run from sideline to sideline to cover their tempo plays and their screens, and they hit you with one quick. And it may not be as productive this year as it was in the previous two seasons, but they're still dangerous. They've got athletes everywhere. They got 2 or 3 good receivers. Their quarterback, I think it's a transfer from ODU that is playing at a really high level. They're doing a good job taking care of the ball. I think they're +7 or +8 in the turnover margin in conference play. So they just do a lot of really good things well, and they're dangerous because it just depends on the day. Like, they may be blocking and running well the day they play us, and they're explosive, or they may not, but they may be throwing and catching and protecting the quarterback at an elite level, and it's way above average that we're used to seeing. So you got to be ready for anything and be prepared and know what they can throw at you at any moment.
And you talked about how last week you had that guest speaker from the Green Bay Packers talk about blocking and tackling. Has that been any kind of a key this week in practice?
Just to continue to make aware. Just over 30-something missed tackles. And it was just ironic that he came in and said, for over hundreds of years or 150 years, blocking and tackling is the two constants that remain in football. And we go out there and it's almost like we were trying to prove him right. But we've got to work on our tackling this week and understand how important that is and the fundamentals of it. And we'll do that. And I'll be shocked if we replicate any type of resemblance to what we did last week as far as tackling.
You talked about what Coach Healy's been able to do at Austin P in the last year. Do you see that as any kind of something that you might be able to mirror kind of in the next year?
Oh, we're trying to. I think we're a little bit different from a standpoint. He went out and got some junior college guys and some transfers. I think they had 4 seniors on the offensive line, a junior. They went and got 2 junior college receivers. They got some junior college corners. They got some senior defensive linemen, senior linebacker. So they're where we were last year. They're older. We had 13 or 15 seniors last year when we played them, and a senior quarterback with Birdsong. They have a freshman quarterback, but they got some upperclassmen guys that they've brought in that are playing really well right now. So, we resemble each other from where we're trying to get to, but it's almost a reversal of years where last year they were all babies and we were older. This year we're all babies and they're older. So, we have different ways of doing it, but I think we're both striving to be the top teams in the conference and trying to catch Jacksonville and Eastern Kentucky and those guys. And I think our philosophies are the same from how we want, how we handle discipline and how we, try to be an elite program on and off the field. I think those are very similar. It's kind of the years flip-flopped.
Katie Humphries isn't the quarterback at Murray anymore, and it's now Sheila Bentley. And as you said, ODU transfer, he's put up some pretty good numbers.
Yeah, and he's very accurate, and I think he's 7-2, 7-3. I can't remember, touchdown to interception ratio. So he does a nice job taking care of the ball. I think they're in the top 5 in red zone offense. in the country. So, they got great receivers outside. They always do. He presents a lot of, and he understands the offense. Anytime he understands the offense, it's like a coach on the field. He can execute that tempo and get the ball where it needs to be fast.
And this series always seems to be a very high-scoring contest.
I hope so. That would be great. If you tell me we're going to score a lot of points, that would be cool. As long as we can score one more than they, we'll take 3-2 if we have to. As long as we have a chance to, get in the fourth quarter and play for a win, we'll be satisfied.
And Luke Ward, he had a great week last week. He was nominated for OBC Offensive Player of the Week. Should we expect to see Luke Ward this week, or?
Yes. And they'll compete today. He did a good job. They'll compete tomorrow. But he's done a nice job just the last month, really, just competing and not knowing if he's going to get to play or not. But comes in, competes, prepares. You could see today was different because he had a little bit more confidence and he felt like the starting quarterback. And those balls were coming out even hotter than they were the other day. And so he had a good start and a good, that's a good foundation to start with. And he's going to continue to get better, I believe, and we're committed to continuing to get him better because we think he's got tremendous upside.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.